Hey Mark, this is Randy Scott from ESPN. I'm sorry for taking a little bit extra to get back to you on this. We just got done with our Monday show, and I wanted to come out and show you a little bit of the lobby here, a little bit of the entryway. That's the quote wall here at ESPN. And that's something that one day I hope to get on, but you see he could go all the way. There's room to add some more over here. Maybe I can get on there one day with Gary, but we're here at the original, I'm here at the original marquee, the original ESPN marquee from the original Sports Center set. And you were asking for a mistake that I've made. I mean, there are too many to choose from. I think that's kind of the problem, right? Like I can't, my favorite mistake, I've made some before, but I think my favorite one was on a show that I started on here at ESPN. It was called the Highlight Express. It was on ESPN News, started at 10 o'clock Eastern, half-hour show, and it just went over and over and over until all the games that day were done. So a lot of times you'd be stuck watching like 17 innings of baseball on the West Coast and leaving here at, I think the latest I ever left here was like 5-something in the morning, maybe 4-something in the morning. Man, for the mistake that I made on that show, we only got one on camera per anchor per half hour. And so I was very excited. You put a lot of effort into it. You take a big swing. You're new, you're young, you're trying to get noticed for the right way, for the right reasons. And I made, I wrote a good on cam and I delivered it. And I thought that I was going to a highlight. So I kept talking because the video didn't roll. So I thought, cool, I'm just going to keep talking. I'm just going to get us there. It's totally fine. I was supposed to lay out for sound. So here I am, been at ESPN for all of 20 minutes. It's probably like the first couple months of shows, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm showing them how I can ad-lib and how I can roll with a mistake. And obviously this is their mistake and not mine. And finally they just cut me off and they rolled the soundbite that I was supposed to throw to. And as they're doing that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like the realization of I've just made a massive mistake, and it was on the air and it was live. And the producer got me here and he goes, hey, that's fine. I could have communicated better to you, whatever. He was very kind about it. But I realized in that moment that it was very early in the show. I realized I can either be completely ruined for the rest of the night on shows by this one mistake, just get in my own head and ruin it, or I can just flush it. And it happened once and it's done and it's never going to happen again. And I also realized, man, if I actually have to ad-lib, if I get put in a situation where there's a technical thing, can't play the video, whatever it is, buy some time. And that situation has played itself out over the last 12, 13 years. I realized I can do that. So in a way, it's my favorite mistake. It was very embarrassing at the moment. I felt like I was never going to get assigned to shows again. But in a way, it's my favorite mistake because it taught me something that I wasn't quite sure of about myself. And it was something that I could laugh about and definitely learn from. I think about that at least once a week. That was 2012, summer of 2012. I think about that at least once a week here. 12 years later, we're in 2024. All right, buddy. Appreciate you watching.